6 mass shootings in 48 hours. That's what we've just experienced in the US. Go look it up. And I have to think, as an older person, I remember Columbine. Do you guys, any of you that are, say, my age or older, I remember Columbine and just the shock, the national shock. I remember the days before Columbine when such a thing was unthinkable. I'm not saying it never happened, but the fact that we live in an age where people repeatedly ask us to act like this is normal is just mind-boggling to me. I understand that maybe some younger people grew up with this and they don't realize that it doesn't have to be like this. But how is it that Gen Xers and Boomers are sitting there acting like this shit is normal? I'm an Xennial. I know this shit isn't normal. I grew up without this shit. And in addition, when you look at other countries, and every time I bring up other countries not having this problem, people start screaming in the comments, other countries have mass shootings too. And they want to talk about like Australia or Norway or whatever. Yeah, it's not that they don't. It's the sheer quantity that we have that is insanity. And I keep coming back to, why would people defend this when it even puts themselves and their families at risk? And there are probably a lot of factors, but the only thing I can really come to in this moment is it's about identity. Firearm ownership and the support of it has become one of the major identity markers in the United States. And it tells people almost instantly, or at least they think it tells them almost instantly, where you belong in the schema of the political divide. And once something becomes an identity marker, people would almost part with anything rather than give up that identity. Once someone has built their identity around a person, an idea, a system, you could almost rather ask them to lose their life than to dissolve that identity and admit that everything they base their identity on is wrong. And I think that's what we're seeing here. It's one of the few things powerful enough to force people to, well, not force, but to allow people to endanger themselves and their families willingly and call it a good thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm off base here. Tell me what you think.